What's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, we're going to be wrenching on my dad's 2026 Harley Davidson Nightster. And by the title and the thumbnail, yes, we're going to be putting risers onto the stock triple tree, just so that way we could rise the handlebars up a little bit, just to kind of put you in a more upright position, just for more comfortable riding for longer periods of time. So first off, the riser set that we are going with is a Arlen Ness riser. Looks like it has a slight pullback. I measured them. They're about a 4-inch, give or take, rise slash pullback. Take that as you will. Overall, the installation kind of looks fairly simple. Arlen Ness claims that you can do this installation with all your stock cables and wires, which is wonderful. So if you're clicking on this video, it's probably because you want to do either the same installation on your Nightster, or you're just a follower or subscriber of the channel and you just want to come hang out in the garage with us. Either way, let's get right into it. So looking at the Nightster here, obviously the triple tree, there's Torx up underneath there. I don't know what size they are quite yet. That will take the stock riser out, which they look like about a 2-inch riser. So these should add another 2-inch plus, like I said, a minor pullback, which will look pretty awesome, I think. And to get to those Torx at the triple tree, it looks like we just got to remove these 2 Torx to move the headlight out of the way to get in there. And then obviously to change the handlebar out, you're looking at 4 Torx there, and I'm not sure if these are separate or if that's what bolts in there. I'm not sure if these will come out and there'll be the bigger Torx underneath or not, so we'll see. I don't know about the sizes yet, but when I do, I will be sure to note them. So let's go check out the risers. All right, so these are the Arlen Ness risers that we selected. Come packaged up pretty well. They're about $150 to $200, give or take, depending what site or dealership you go through. The finish does look pretty good on them. So they're just going to be a standard bolt-in kind of thing. So overall, the installation shouldn't be too bad. So let me get you guys set up on a tripod and let's get wrenching. All right, guys, so before we get wrenching here, I just wanted to quickly sit on the bike and kind of just show you the posture of the stock riser setup. Don't worry about the security system going off currently because the key fob's back at the workbench. But I just wanted to kind of show you guys just the rider ergonomics of what the stock setup is, so then that way you have something to compare it to when we get the Arlen Ness risers on. Pretty comfortable setup overall, but if you're going to ride for more than an hour or so, I would definitely suggest probably going with something a little different. So like I said, the riser setup that we're going with is going to be about a 2-inch higher rise, and then like I said, they do have some slight pullback curvature, so kind of looking something about maybe here, give or take. Maybe not that much, but we'll see. So just wanted to show you guys this quick, so let's get back into the installation process. Okay, so the first order of business I think I'm gonna go with here is I'm gonna take the headlight assembly off so I can get to those riser bolts. So this is looking as a T30 Torx. That's what I'll be starting with. And as you can see, before you start, make sure you cover your tank and your fender. You don't have to have these fancy Harley covers like I do, but just anything, just a simple towel or a blanket, anything just to protect your investment. And then obviously you'll want something to capture your bolts and everything in. So I have a little magnetic tray here. And just be sure to hold the headlight as the last screw comes out. Don't want to drop it. And it looks like there's 2 Christmas trees down here on both sides of the headlight and then the headlight plug. So I'm going to go ahead, grab a tool to pop these Christmas trees off and take the plug out. That way we can just remove the headlight totally, and then that way it's not in our way whatsoever to get to those riser bolts. I'm going to use a plastic trim tool just to pop those Christmas trees out, and they come right out. And then the headlight's just a simple plug, and voila, headlight right off. Okay, so the next order of business I want to do before I get to these riser bolts, I just want to loosen the handlebar clamp up, because I've already ran into the issue before where you loosen up the risers too much or take the risers off, and then you don't have anything holding this sturdy to crack the handlebar clamp loose. So I'm just going to figure out what that size is and go around and just crack everything real good. So those lower torques on the speedometer housing look like they are also going to be a T30. And honestly, that looks like the speedometer is going to come off by itself. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove those fully right now. And as you have it, as we remove the speedometer, it exposes two bigger Torx screws for the actual handlebar clamp. So kind of figured that was going to happen. So just so you guys know. Okay, so for these 4 handlebar clamp Torx, it looks like it's going to be a T45. So like I said, I just want to go ahead and loosen all 4 of these, just so that way when we do start with the riser screws, these are already cracked free. Okay, so for these 2 riser Torx, they are going to be a T50. At this point, I'm just going to grab a microfiber to cover the speedometer, so that way when I go ahead and take these riser bolts out, I can set the handlebars back onto the tank cover, and that way it just doesn't rub up against the speedometer. I'm actually very surprised that a lot of these screws coming out so far, they don't look like they actually have Loctite on them. Not saying that they didn't have Loctite on them, but unlike normal Harley hardware, it's pretty evident to tell that there was Loctite on them at one point in time. Last riser bolt out, these come right off. So definitely don't have much room to work here. I'm going to go ahead and just take the handlebar clamp the rest of the way off. This isn't hard at all. Just take your time and you'll be fine. Just make sure you separate your hardware so that way you know what goes to what. Last riser off. Just like I said, just going to rest the bars back here for now. So real quick, I just wanted to show you a comparison of the stock riser that comes on these Nightster versus this Arlen and Ness riser. So as you can see, there's a big difference there. And then like I said, this is pretty much a straight riser, and then this Arlen and Ness has a slight pullback to it. I mean, you can kind of tell right there, big difference. And if you don't think it's a big difference, it's going to be definitely a significant, noticeable difference. Doesn't take much. Okay, so as I was talking about earlier, these bolts do not look like they had any ounce of Loctite on them whatsoever. Now granted, these newer bikes don't vibrate like the old Harleys do. I still feel better if we had some Loctite, don't you? It's also worth noting that when you do these risers and stuff, you want to just start to put everything together, but you want to leave everything loose until you have everything lined up and set up how you want it to be. And if I didn't mention before, we're using or reusing all the stock hardware. So like I said, I'm just getting all these started. I'm going to run it down pretty good, but I'm going to leave it like right before snug. Snugging it up would be too tight. All right, so I have these loosely put on where I can still move them around. So at this point, we're going to put the handlebars back on and get the handlebar clamp ready to put back on. But once again, I just want to make sure everything's got a little bit of Loctite on it, just for my own good. All right. Okay, so same thing here. Once I get them all started, just run them in just before they're snug. Then that way I can figure out where the bars feel comfortable at and where they won't hit the tank. And then we can crank them down. And then from there we can tighten up the risers. Adjusting these to where I want them. And then obviously if my dad wants them somewhere else, we'll have to fine tune that. So I like the bars where they are now, so I'm going to go crank them down in a crisscross pattern. Now that those are tightened down, I can go ahead and put the speedometer back on, and then I'll come down here and tighten up the risers. Alright, so before I get too crazy, I'm just going to verify and make sure that the speedometer's not going to hit in either full bar motion. I didn't suspect it to, but before you go crazy and whatnot, you definitely should check and verify everything. Everything is good where it's at, so now I can go ahead and crank down on these riser bolts. Now that the riser Torx screws are tightened down, we can go ahead and plug our Christmas trees and our headlight plug back in and reinstall the headlight. And then I just went ahead and added a Loctite to these screws as well. Just want to go ahead, get this one started, and then I'll get the other one started. All right, headlights installed. So that concludes the riser install for the 2026 Harley Davidson Nightster. I'm gonna go ahead, clean everything up, clean my fingerprints off everything, remove the covers, and we'll check it out and recheck out the ergonomics of it. Alrighty guys, so real quick, before I take you off the tripod to show you up and close, I just wanted to do a updated ergonomics here. If you remember the video before with the stock risers versus now, this definitely gives my back a lot more upright, straight posture. So I could already tell this would be significantly more comfortable on longer rides. And like I said, these risers are anywhere from $150 to $200 depending on what store online you buy them from. So that's that. I'll have the link down below in the description for the exact set that we have. So if you guys are interested in this exact setup, you can go check out the description down below, and it will just be a J&P Cycles link. I don't make any commission off of it, but if you guys are interested in that setup, it will be down below. Let me get you guys off the tripod, and we'll do an up-close walk around of the new riser setup. All right, so here's an up-close view of those risers. As you can tell, it gives it a nice extra rise and a pullback. Definitely way better than stock. The next thing that needs to go are these crappy cafe racer style mirrors, in my opinion. Some people may like them, others may not. I know I surely do not. So neither does my dad, so they're going here next shortly. There you have it, the Arlen and Ness risers for the Nightsters. I believe these fit the 2022 to 2026 Nightsters. Like I said, the finish is really good on them and whatnot. So there you have it. If you're looking for risers and a slight pullback for your Harley Davidson Nightster without extending any cables or any wires, just an absolute unbolt and bolt back on setup, this is it for 150 to 200 bucks, depending if there's a deal or not. So hopefully, if you guys are looking for something like this, hopefully this video is helpful. If you guys bought the setup and you're looking to install it, hopefully this video was helpful. But yeah. So if you guys made it this far in the video, do me a favor, go ahead and smash that like button, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon so that way you guys get notified when I post new videos like this one. Make sure to ride safe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!